It's unfortunate that despite Peaky Blinders appearing to be everything I enjoy in television, people have been urging me to watch for years, but for some reason, I've never made the time. I should adore it because it's a period piece with an English setting and a menacing leading man, right? I don't know why I put off viewing this show for so long because it is fantastic. Even though I've only watched the first episode so far, I can immediately tell that it's fantastic. First off, where in the world has Cillian Murphy been my entire life? He must be the greatest actor to ever exist, yet I've never heard of him. He might be well known in the US, but less so in the UK. Or perhaps I've been hiding out underground? I'm not sure. I did look up his filmography after I saw him in this program and realized I may have seen him in Girl with a Pearl Earring, In the Heart of the Sea, and Cold Mountain, but I haven't seen any of those movies in a long. Anyway, he's just so wonderful, and I think he should be in every movie. Additionally, he possesses what I believe to be the most stunning human eyes I have ever seen. I also have to add that I adore how they styled Thomas, since I love fashion, makeup, and all of stuff. Thomas Shelby for this show, played by Cillian Murphy. I mean, I really like how they styled all of the characters, but I really like how they styled him. What about that hairstyle gives me life? I have no idea. Ada seems like she'll become a fashion icon on this show, in my opinion. Already, I adore her flapper look. Anyway, I suppose I should briefly summarize this episode. To begin with, we meet the Shelby family, leaders of the criminal organization known as the Peaky Blinders, so named because they wear hats with razor blades, which seems like a better method to hurt yourself than to hurt others. But I digress. Because my fingers are cramping, I'm going to shorten the Peaky Blinders to PB, are worn out from typing involved in horse races, theft, and other basic mobster-like activities, are Peaky Blinders. Till this episode, when Tommy tells his Aunt Polly that his men unintentionally stole a shipment of weaponry that the British government was shipping abroad, it appears that they haven't been involved in any major crimes. Because the government sends an Irish cop who worked on dismantling the IRA to look for the guns, it appears that this is a significant event. We've only had a few screen encounters with this character, but I immediately sense that he's going to bother me greatly. He exudes a certain air of arrogance, and I dislike arrogance. At about the same time, a new bartender appears, the PB's bar. She goes by the name Grace, and I have a hunch that Tommy will end up falling for her on this program. I mean, he uses such poetic language to ask her, "Are you a whore? You shouldn't be at this place if not." Unfortunately, she also works for the Irish cop. I don't know his name, and she's giving him information on the PBs, so if you couldn't tell, I'm sure that won't cause any issues at all. This episode also reveals that Ada, Tommy's sister, is having an affair with a local communist leader who has some sort of connection to Tommy, though I'm not entirely sure what that means. Storyline not yet. Speaking of backstories, almost all of the guys in the program appear to have fought in World War I, which undoubtedly has an impact on them all. One man in particular, Danny, is obviously experiencing acute PTSD. He accidentally kills an Italian man while experiencing some type of flashback, and Tommy is compelled to kill him in order to avert a conflict with another gang. Once you realize Tommy didn't really shoot Danny, the death scenario has a sinister undertone. The fact that Danny requests him not to bury him anywhere muddy is very sweet, considering how much mud there is in this episode. I'm enjoying this program so far, as I mentioned. It really reminds me of Sons of Anarchy, one of my all-time favorite series. Tommy Shelby reminds me a lot of Jax Teller, even though Jax seems to be a happy-go-lucky guy with a bright disposition, while Aunt Polly and Gemma are like twins who were split off at birth. In Season 1 of SOA, Jax is undoubtedly more demonstratively empathetic, but I have a hunch that Tommy will soon exhibit a more vulnerable side. But I enjoy how ice-cold he is right now.